released by the Liberals' costly coalition failed on every metric to address the cost of living crisis created by these Liberals' out-of-control spending. We had two demands: no new taxes on workers and seniors, and no new spending unless it was matched by equal savings. The newest inflationary plan triples the tax on home heating, on gas, on groceries, and added $21 billion to the inflationary spending that will drive up the price of everything. They ignored the one responsible thing Canadians needed. How could they have missed that part?
Yeah. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, global inflation is impacting the world's economies, but Canada's strong fiscal position is helping us make sure that life is more affordable and that we're growing an economy that works for everyone. Today, 11 million Canadian households will be receiving hundreds of dollars in their bank account because of the doubling of the GST benefit that's happening today. That includes over 50% of seniors, Madam Speaker, and students are going to save thousands of dollars because we're permanently eliminating interest on student loans. At the same time, Canada's workers are going to benefit from investments that we're making in clean technology that is already creating sustainable, clean jobs for everyone.
Got a member for Thornhill.
The check is in the mail, but so are the credit card bills, the highest credit card bills that Canadians have ever seen. Spending is up 30% over pre-COVID levels, $500 billion plus. The 40% of all of those new spending measures had nothing to do with COVID. That's over $200 billion. And don't forget the fancy hotels and the Liberal insider contracts that, of things we didn't need and things we didn't even get. Canadians are paying for all of this with a Liberal inflation tax caused by these Liberals' spending. That hurts families, it hurts seniors, it hurts workers. How could they be so?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Deputy Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, the fall economic statement shows that we're continuing to chart a fiscally responsible course. Canada has the lowest net debt and the lowest deficit to GDP ratios in the G7. Since the previous budget, we have decreased our deficit by $16 billion. And there are 500,000 more Canadians working today than before the pandemic, making Canada's economic growth the strongest in the G7. Investing in Canada, investing in Canadian workers is exactly the right decision, and that's what we're doing, Madam Speaker.
The honourable member for Thornhill.
Canada actually has the lowest projected growth of any advanced economy in the G7. It's on the 25th page of their last budget. Wow. The spending of this government, 30% higher. Do you think it's irresponsible that an inflation tax eating into paychecks of the middle-class Canadians? 1 in 5 families are cutting down on their diets. The Prime Minister spends $6,000 a night on the most expensive hotel room in London, while Canadians can't even pay their rent. Yeah. They know they see the hypocrisy that every other Canadian sees. Yep. Why won't the member just finally condemn it?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, I am happy to talk about the fall economic statement because it puts forward a plan that grows our fiscal advantage by continuing to reduce our debt to GDP ratio, creates new sustainable jobs through the Canada Growth Fund, reduces credit card transaction fees for small business, accelerates Canada's clean transition, commercializes Canada's world-class research and development, invests in youth employment, cuts